Today, we are going to explore how AI is changing product discovery, why trusted product data is becoming the foundation of visibility in this new environment.
And I think when we look at this, the word visibility is doing a lot more work than it used to. I mean, when we look back for years, visibility meant ranking, being searchable, appearing in results. But in an onset engine world, visibility is increasingly means something far more decisive.
I think, Helen, that's an important point right straight away. This is not just a technical SEO topic.
No, absolutely not. SEO is absolutely part of the story, but AE is so much bigger. It's about whether your product information is structured enough, consistent enough, and of course, credible enough to support a recommendation.
And that is exactly why Appgar and Syndigo are having this conversation together.
Yeah, because if the data isn't governed, AI won't trust it. And if trusted data isn't activated, AI may never see it. Yes, and this is probably the uncomfortable bit for brands. By the time someone lands on your website, they may have already been influenced by an AI generated recommendation or comparison.
So basically, the discovery is shifting closer to the point of decision.
And that's the key. Product discovery is gradually becoming recommendation driven. And if recommendations are being formed before the click, then your data has to work harder before the click. So, probably this is one of my favourite slides because it cuts right through the hype. And I'm going to be really honest, most organizations don't have an AI problem. They have a product data problem.
So missing data, inconsistent, incomplete data, or conflicting signals.
Of course, exactly. And those issues, of course, are not new. We've been talking about these for years. They've often been sitting inside your organization and you know they're there. You've got your Excel spreadsheets, you've got all of your different sources of data. And honestly, and I love governance, this is where governance needs a brand refresh. It really does. Because governance can sound like rules, approvals, and people saying no in meetings. But in this context, governance is what enables confidence.
And it creates a repeatability as well and more consistent outcomes.
Absolutely. It makes sure that product data is not created just once, but maintained, validated, and trusted across the life cycle. Well, for me, structured product data is powering modern discovery. PIM, MDM, and syndication are no longer just system categories. In the context of AEO, they become visibility infrastructure.
Because they help manage and distribute trusted information.
Absolutely. We know that PIM helps manage rich product information. MDM helps create trusted connected master data, and syndication helps activate that information across endpoints. Yes, it does, because AEO needs a different measure. What we need to measure now is whether we appear, whether the information is accurate, whether we're positioned correctly, and unfortunately, whether our competitors are being recommended instead.
And visibility without a measurement and without right KPIs is mere guesswork.
Oh, it absolutely is. And unfortunately, AEO is too important to manage by vibes, even excellent vibes. These are the three questions I think you really need to be thinking about. First of all, can AI find me? Then, can AI trust me? And probably the most important, will AI recommend me? So the first is presence. Are we appearing at all? The second is quality. Is the information accurate, complete, and consistent? And the third is selection. Are we being recommended in the moments that matter? It really does. And I think this is my favourite tagline: be visible, be trusted, be selected. That almost sounds like a t shirt slogan. But that is the AEO journey. As we know, and we've talked about, SEO measured rankings, whereas AEO measures selection. And selection is really a higher bar. It means AI understands what you sell, trusts the information available, sees relevance to the questions being asked, and includes you in that recommendation. And as you take this back into your own organization, I really suggest starting with three questions. Where are we visible today? Where is our product data strongest? And where are we making AI work harder than it should?
And keeping my governance hats on, who owns the AI visibility?
Oh, yeah, because that one can get interesting quite quickly. And finally, I would ask, would AI trust our product data enough to recommend us? And if the answer is not sure, that's probably the right place to start.